Peace and Black Power families. Brother Agyei Tyehimba from Harlem Liberation School, where we teach Black people to wake up, clean up, and stand up. Today I want to discuss 10 steps to academic excellence for Black students. And I'm primarily thinking middle school and high school, but I think this also would pertain to some degree to college students as well. The number one strategy, organize yourself. By this I mean create a morning and afternoon schedule. Know where your belongings are. So you're not walking around searching for your keys and your phone and your bag, right? All that stuff should be in a set location. Wash and iron your clothes in advance. Know when all your homework and projects are due and the dates of your tests and quizzes. Number two, study every class every day, even on weekends. What does this mean? Every class you have, when you go home that day, you should give at least 30 minutes for each class. Review the notes, your quizzes or tests. Review your homework. Because what this does is make sure that the information is in your head. The more you review, the more you're going to remember. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. 3, get adequate rest. This is the time where you heal, you rejuvenate, you re-energize. So it's very important. It helps your concentration. It helps you to remember things. Make sure you're not falling asleep in class. Get your rest. Number 4, get involved in opportunities to lead and to explore your hobbies. Join a club or organization that involves your interests. So dance, music, art, chess, basketball, whatever. And speaking of that, try out for a sport if you're so inclined. You learn some leadership skills, some discipline, and good fitness. Or you may go the leadership route and you might think about joining student government, being on the student council, running for the president, the vice president, or what have you. Number 5, use your public library. You can borrow books. They have great tables, excellent lighting, places you can charge in your laptop or your tablet, charge your tablet or your smartphone. Because they're quiet environments, they're perfect places to do homework. And some libraries even have rooms where if you have to do a project that involves you talking with other classmates, you can do that in those rooms, those special rooms. Number 6, you want to stand out in positive ways. Be on time. Don't miss school unless it's an emergency. Ask questions and volunteer to give answers, and don't worry about if you get it wrong. Be kind to other students. Be kind to your teachers, principal, and other school workers. And don't be disruptive in class. These are the ways you can stand out in positive ways. People will remember you and associate you with good things. Number 7, make school your top priority. If you're in middle school and high school, school should definitely be your top priority because most times you're not working, you're not paying bills. At that age, school should be your number one priority. This means that you give your homework and your school projects more time and attention than hanging out with your friends, watching television, playing your video games, or getting on social media, making phone calls, etc. I would suggest identifying things that distract you, like some of the things I just mentioned, your friends, the games, the phone, social media, and remove them while you are doing your schoolwork. I'm talking now particularly when you are home after school. No phone calls, no video games, no social media until complete your homework after school. When I was coming up, that was a rule. You had to come home and do your homework to completion before you could do anything else. Number 8, know what's expected of you in every class. In college, you have what's called a syllabus that outlines the materials you're going to read, your assignments and the dates they're due, your tests and your quizzes, and what they expect of you, how they're going to grade you. In middle school and high school, may not have as much of a detailed syllabus, but they're going to have some type of paperwork they give you to tell you who the teacher is, how they're grading you, quizzes and tests, and how much they account for your grade. Make sure you know that. Be familiar with what is expected of you in every class. Why? So you can meet that expectation. That's why. Number 9, communicate with your teachers. When you don't feel well, let them know. If you injure yourself, tell them. When you don't understand what they taught, let them know immediately. Don't wait weeks and weeks. Tell them that day, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, I didn't understand what you meant. Could we go over it again? That's what they're getting paid to do. Tell your teachers if someone's bothering you in the school, bullying you, or anything negative like that. And also just tell them in general if you need help in any way. That's what they're there for. Or you can also talk to maybe your school guidance counselor or people like that. And last but not least, be open and honest with your parents. I cannot tell you how important this is. This means when they give you stuff to take home to your parents, don't leave it in your bag. When you get home, make sure that you take those flyers or those letters out and give it to your parents. Share all letters and announcements from the school. Share them with your parents. Make sure you have your parent look at, review, maybe put their initials on your homework assignment so that the teachers know that you and your family are working together. Somebody has checked your homework. Your parents know that you've done the homework and that you have homework because you are required to show it to them every night. Parents are part of your winning team. They're one of the most important parts outside of the school workers and things like that, your teachers. So make sure you inform them of good and bad incidents in school. Because you know what? As a parent myself, I would want to know from my children if something bad happened before hearing it from the school. I want to hear it from my child first, good things or bad things. Communicate things you're worried about, things you're concerned about, things that got you sad, things you don't like in school. Make sure your parents know what's going on with you and at school, right? That's very important because your parents will be your number one advocates. If something goes left, your parents are going to be in that office advocating for you, right? So that's very important. You keep your parents in the loop. Don't try to hide information and hide stuff, and don't tell them the bad stuff going on with you. That's going to backfire on you in terrible ways, family. Be upfront with your parents. And lastly, do not lie about your school performance. If you've done poorly with your grades, let them know. If you don't understand something, let your parents know. Your parents will do what they got to do to help you advocate for yourself. Maybe to get a tutor privately, or maybe they'll have you go to an after-school program in the school or in your community to make sure that you get the work you need and the practice you need to do better in school. With that said, do good in school this year.